Welcome to the 2023 Campbellsville University Athletic Awards Night on the CU Sports Network. We'll go ahead and toss it inside the Powell Athletic Center to our hosts for the evening, David Leathers and Victoria Cox.
Hello and welcome to Campbellsville University's 2023 Athletic Awards Night. My name is Victoria Cox, and I'm a senior studying the area of mass communication. And while I do not play any sports, I have had the amazing privilege of working the radio for all of our basketball and our football games.
And I'm David Leathers, a junior here at Campbellsville University studying television broadcasting, and I announce sports news on WLCU.
Yes, so David, myself and many other seniors across campus are counting down the days to graduation. It's going to be 9 in case anyone at home is wondering. But before we can get to graduation, David, we are here tonight inside the Powell Athletic Center to celebrate and reward and congratulate all of our amazing student athletes, the teams, and their coaches for the amazing years that they have had this season.
Absolutely, and this is a year unlike any other. Campbellsville University has had a record-breaking year this year with over 127 NCAA first-team All-American athletes. That really is an impressive sign.
Yes, David, how many schools can say they have athletes that can play and perform both on the court and off? Not very many.
Not very many at all, and it's a truly rare thing. We actually have some very special guests with us right now out on the red carpet just outside, giving us red carpet coverage all night as our guests come in. And we're going to go out and see what they have to say and hear from them right now.
Thank you very much, guys. It's a pleasure to be here, currently in the Powell Athletic Gym lobby, and it's been turned into the red carpet area. It's amazing to be here. I'm Liam Morgan. I'm a sophomore from London, England, here at Campbellsville University, and I play on the men's soccer team.
And I'm Madison Bishop from Bardstown, Kentucky. I'm a freshman studying mass communications, and I'm on the cheer team.
Now, the Athletic Centre looks unrecognisable for what it's usually set up for basketball and those type of events. It's a real fancy feeling in there tonight. We're starting to see a few familiar faces arrive. We'll try and get some interviews for them. But tonight's all about recognising the athletes and what they've done this semester, last semester, and how successful their seasons have been. It's been hard, and to recognise them is truly special. And the coaches, the staff, the faculty as well. Madison, what are you most excited for tonight?
I have to say I'm most excited for all the special interviews we have lined up. Liam, who are you most excited to talk to?
I'm most excited to talk to Jake Russell, the new American football coach. If we get hold of him, that would be brilliant. I'd love to speak to him a little bit. He's a new face around here on campus and is probably unfamiliar with some of the people here and some of the people at home. So it'd be lovely to get a bit of info out of him. What about you?
I have to say Ginger High Colvin. She's had a great run this season with her and her team, and I know there's going to be so much to ask her.
If we can speak to either of them, it'll be very special. And I'm sure we can get many interviews for you tonight. And it's going to be an amazing evening, an evening of fun, dinner. I can't wait to eat myself personally. But until then, we're going to throw it back inside David and Victoria. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, Liam.
So, David, we have a very, very special guest here with us. This is Dr. Joe Hopkins, our president here at Campbellsville University. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you, Victoria.
Yes, so Dr. Hopkins, I was actually up here with you last year for your very first Athletic Awards Night. How has the last year and change been for you?
Oh, it's been great. You know, this is an incredible place, and as we're talking about athletics, CU is an incredible place with student athletes, over 1,000 student athletes. They're bright, they're disciplined, they're talented, they're athletic, and I think something we all need to keep our eyes on, they're incredible scholars. And this room, we're going to hear all night long about the scholarship awards of these athletes, and we couldn't be more proud.
Yeah.
And recently, you and your family moved here from Alabama. How has that been? How has that move been? How has Kentucky been as a transition state for you all?
We love Kentucky. Looking forward to the summer. You know, going to be a little milder in Kentucky than it was in Alabama. And, yeah, I just have to say we're grateful for the warm welcome we've been given by so many people. Kentucky's great at hospitality.
Well, I want to say we are so thankful to have you here. Now, I want to ask you, I heard about something called Joe Day. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Joe Day, it's a national holiday. It really is. And not only is Joe Day gaining in popularity here on this campus, but Joe Day is becoming one of the great holidays in America. So we're celebrating it in a special way on our campus each year. Understand that it's about to pass Mother's Day and a number of other special holidays along the way. So, you know, it's something we all need to keep our eye on.
Absolutely. And the Instagram post about Joe Day has been incredibly popular, and I noticed in that there is someone riding the golf cart with you who is Winston. He's become quite a campus character lately. And can you tell us a little bit about him?
Well, he's certainly the most popular person in the family. Winston is a dog with lots of character, an athlete himself, and he's been a great model of integrity for the university. So, yeah, Winston had to be a part of Joe Day.
So now, Winston is an athlete. Are you an athlete?
There was a time. Yeah, there was a time when I was an athlete. We don't say that much out loud anymore.
And I have to ask, in the time that you've been here, how have you seen Campbellsville University sports evolve and improve over that time?
Oh, that's a tough one. And the reason it's tough is because Campbellsville athletics just has this incredible tradition. It's been a great thing for so long. So, to say that it's evolved in a great way in the last year would be tough. But, man, I would just say that we're holding on to the tradition of CU athletics more than a game, building people of character, and changing the world with student athletes who are ready to be leaders.
I like that.
Yeah, so let me ask you, have you been able to actually make it to many games this year?
Oh man, I love it. I'm at every game that I can be, and yeah, we're there all the time in the stands, cheering for our students. We love it. It's one of the great joys of being at CU. And if you haven't been a part of CU athletics, come on and join us. Adopt a team and be a part of the fun.
And thank you so much for your time, Dr.
Absolutely.
Hopkins. We're going to hand it on back out to Liam and Madison on the red carpet and see what's happening out there.
Thank you very much, guys. Now, as you can see, we have a very special guest of our own this evening. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Now, me and Madison were both saying that we're most excited to interview you this evening out of anyone here at the event. Now, could you tell the people at home a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, I'm the head football coach here. Joined on about a month ago. It seems like yesterday. It's flown by. A little bit about myself. I grew up an hour from here and then ended up spending 2 years here playing football and a year of baseball. Graduated from here in December of 2015. Just great experience, and couldn't be happier to be back.
It's wonderful to have you back.
Now, I know that you guys are having a great season. How excited are you to start next season?
Yeah, we're super excited. We have our spring game actually tomorrow night at 7 p.m., so I'm going to plug that a little bit. Come on out, everybody. Be a lot of great things other than football going on, but we're just kind of starting from the basics and building from there. We got a great staff on board here, a couple of new coaches as well. We're recruiting very hard. The staff that has stayed on board has done a phenomenal job with the recruiting class, but we're just taking it. Our kind of slogan now is brick by brick, so we're just building this thing up one brick at a time.
Now, you mentioned that you've got the game tomorrow. You've only had a short time to really get a relationship and a rapport with your new players, but you're a young man yourself. Does that have an impact on gaining a relationship with them?
Well, I really appreciate that, calling me a young man. It does. I think the players can relate. I think they kind of look at me, and we have a young coaching staff in general, and I think they look at us and can definitely relate, and we can relate to them as well. I mean, they're definitely still in a different generation, so we're listening to different music and doing different things. I'm married with 2 kids, so we're definitely have different hobbies, but this definitely easy to build those relationships, and I think the players have really jumped on board and bought into what we're trying to sell to them, and it's been great so far.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but you used to play in the quarterback role. Does that have is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Good. You being a quarterback, you get a vision for the game. Is that impacting how you're going to start coaching?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, quarterback is a very unique position. You're the only guy on the field with the ball in his hand. You have to make a decision with it. So I think it's a big advantage, especially being an offensive guy, coaching the quarterbacks, having that experience, and also just being able to relate to our players and our quarterbacks here saying, I've stood on this field and played against these teams and accomplished some of those things that we're trying to accomplish and that you're working for as well.
Wonderful. Now we're going to let you get inside and mingle a little bit. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
David and
Thank you very much, Liam and Madison, for that interview with the new football coach, Jacob Russell. We have a special guest with us right now, Victoria.
Yes, so we have Dr. Benji Kelly, the Vice President for Development here at Campbellsville University. For our viewers at home who don't know what exactly Vice President means, could you tell them a little bit about your responsibilities?
Sure, absolutely. So the Vice President for Development, have been in this role since 2007. I'm charged with raising money for the university and our staff. So we go out and seek financial support from our alumni friends, foundations, corporations, businesses, people that want to support Campbellsville University. That's what we do.
And since we're here on Athletic Awards night, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that you were an athlete yourself when you were here, being a Hall of Famer.
Back in the day.
And now you supply color commentary for the Lady Tigers.
I do.
How have you seen that team evolve and grow over the time that you've been doing that?
Well, I tell you, I enjoy doing that. It's therapy for me to be able to stay around and watch the game and be able to call it to our viewers. But I will tell you that our athletic programs have just really blossomed over the last several years, and it's exciting to see the opportunities that they're having that we didn't necessarily have back when we were at college. But it's just a great thing that students can come, get a great education, but also play a sport they love.
Yeah. So, Dr. Kelly, I have to ask you.
Okay.
I want to ask you. So, our women's basketball team is up for the team Servant Leadership Award tonight. Have you seen them around campus being servant leaders?
Yeah, actually, I've seen a lot of teams that have been around being servant leaders, and just once again, our motto here at Athletics for Campbellsville is more than a game. It's yes, you're coming, you're getting an education, you're playing a sport you love, but we want them to give back to our community, and the majority of our teams are doing that. So really proud of them.
And what are you looking forward most to seeing tonight at tonight's awards?
What am I looking forward to the most? Probably the food. No, I'm just kidding. This allows us an opportunity to showcase the talent that we have. So just here to celebrate all the success that our athletes are having.
So now, let me ask you. Ginger High Colvin is up for Coach of the Year again. Do you think that she will win?
I don't know. Don't know. Hope so. You never know. You never know.
Now, covering one sport, is it difficult to keep up and abreast with all of the sports happening at CU?
Actually, I'm on Twitter. So the only reason I'm on Twitter is to watch how our teams are playing. And, I'm a true Campbellsville grad and love the success that our athletic programs are having.
Absolutely, and they're especially having a lot of success this year. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we're going to hand it back on out to Liam and Madison on the red carpet and see what's happening out there.
Very much, guys. Now, as you can see, we've managed to grab another very special guest of our own. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, would you like to tell the people at home a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Campbellsville University?
Oh, absolutely. My name's Miranda Denny. I'm the assistant women's basketball coach. Actually played basketball here many years ago, but love it here and excited to be here tonight. So
wonderful to have you.
Now, if I'm not wrong, last year you guys were in the Sweet 16, and this year you guys made it to the Elite 8. How proud of you are this team?
Super proud. We've got a great group of girls, and it's been a lot of fun. We won the conference tournament last year, won the regular season conference this year, and it just had a lot of good years over the last few. So all that comes because we got good kids.
It was a great season.
Yeah.
It has been a very successful year for you. It's been a successful period in the last couple of years. Now the team must have gelled significantly, and the team camaraderie must have an impact on that. The girls that are graduating this year are coming back for a fifth year. How is that going to impact the team going forward?
I think it's awesome for our team chemistry. Obviously, these girls have been here now for 5 years, so they know what we expect from them, and they really do get along well. They're genuinely close with one another, kind of like a little family, and it's really special.
That really does come through. Now, you said yourself that you were here as a player. How have you seen the program change over the years from now becoming that assistant coach role?
Yeah, it's honestly a great tradition, program with great tradition here. I played for Coach Wise, and she kind of built it up and made it into a really strong program. And I hope that Coach Colvin and I are just kind of carrying on that tradition. But we're hoping to just keep going to new heights and keep building it more and more.
You're doing so very successfully.
Well, thank you.
Me personally, I believe that your team works so hard. Will you give us a little insight into a practice?
I can't give you all the details, but no, they really do. They just all want to win. So that's the main thing. When you have kids that are committed to winning and they'll do whatever it takes to win, that's kind of the secret. I wish I could give you a secret formula, but no, it's just kids that want to win.
It's great.
It's a magical evening tonight. It looks a bit different in the Power Athletic Centre than you're usually used to seeing on a regular basis. What are you most excited for this evening personally?
It's just great for these kids to be recognized. Not just our girls, but all these athletes. Nobody knows the amount of time and effort and years of effort that go into being a part of a sport. So I'm just glad that they get recognized. I think it's awesome, and I hope we have a great night.
I hope you have a wonderful night as well. Now I think we're going to let you get inside and mingle a little bit.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
David and Victoria, back to you.
Thank you very much, Liam and Madison. And Victoria, I have to say, what is normally a basketball arena is completely changed tonight.
Yes, David, you are correct. So right behind me is going to be, we are inside the Pal Athletic Center, as we talked about earlier. The Donna Wise Court is behind us. And where we typically have our men's and women's basketball teams putting their blood, their sweat, and their tears into every game that they perform is completely different. They're not going to recognize it when they walk in. We have the beautiful maroon colors that we're all used to seeing, along with some pops of gold and a couple of different other things to welcome them in, and they are going to be surprised.
They certainly will be. And it really is a certain surreal quality to recognize the qualities of a player in the places they work to attain those qualities. You know, it very is an impressive thing. And I would be remiss if I did not welcome some of our sponsors tonight who made all of this possible, and CU Athletics as a whole. Specifically, our diamond sponsors, JCA Media, Gerald Printing, Hometown Pharmacy, Planet Fitness, and Best Western.
After that, we have our gold sponsors. That's going to be Soloma Baptist Church, John and Kathy Chowning, Peak AV Solutions, and Jim and Lori Hardy. And lastly, but certainly not least, is our silver. That's going to be Larry Bowen with Edward Jones. A big thank you to all of those sponsors and the sponsors that we didn't mention who have made tonight at Athletic Awards Night and tonight as Campbellsville University Department of Athletics as a whole able to be here.
Absolutely, because Campbellsville University could not do what it does without its sponsors. We have just a few more interviews happening right now out on the red carpet with our red carpet coverage by Liam and Madison, and we're going to see what's happening out there.
Thank you very much, guys. Now the Power Athletic Centre is really starting to fill up and everyone is looking ravishing, might I add, and we've managed to grab another very special guest at this time. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Would you like to tell the people at home a little bit about yourself and what you do at Campbellsville?
Yeah, sure. I'm Bailey. I play on the women's basketball team, and I will be a fifth-year senior.
Now, I know that you are a senior. How excited are you that you get to come back next year?
No, it's awesome. Just that we get this opportunity to play again together, and we have all returners, and we get along great, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, we just spoke to your assistant coach a moment ago. We said it was a very special year. You've gone from the Sweet 16 the year before, the Elite 8 this year. You're looking to go one step further next year. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, for sure. That's always the goal, to win the national championship, so that's what we're going to try to do.
I wish you the best of luck
Thank
on
you.
that. Is there like a specific technique you're going to be working on over the course of the summer to get better? Also, you've got next semester to refine all the skills. How do you plan on going about that?
Yeah, I think we just get back in the gym and the weight room, just get back to work this summer, and just really focus on our weaknesses to be better next year.
All right.
Now, your team has some great chemistry. How do you think that you guys get that chemistry?
We just hang out a lot together, and we love one another, and we're all friends. So it's not just on the basketball court, but off the basketball court as well.
Great.
Do you think that because we're such, not a small university, but like a confined one, do you think that has an impact on you as a team and the wider audience and the people around you?
Yeah, for sure. The community and stuff support us a lot, and so that's really nice. And also, we're all local kids, so that helps as well.
Wonderful. And thank you very much for joining us. We'll let you enjoy your evening, enjoy the food. And thank you very much. And we'll go right back to David and Victoria inside.
Thank you very much, Liam and Madison, for that interview with one of our Lady Tigers basketball athletes. Now, Victoria, I have to ask, it's a question we ask all of our guests. What are you looking forward to the most tonight?
So, David, this is kind of a two-part answer for me. So, first and foremost, the food, obviously. Quick shout out to Pioneer Catering Services who has catered tonight. It smells amazing, and I know everyone here is so looking forward to it. But outside of that, I am also, David, really, really excited to showcase all of these amazing athletes, because we hear about them throughout the year. We hear about what they're doing, but tonight is all about them, and I love that so much.
It really is, and I'll agree with you on the food part, just like Dr. Benji Kelly said earlier. Something smells good, and I am looking forward to that part of the evening. But mainly, I really want to see the accomplishments of the wrestling team. You know, they've done some incredible stuff over the course of this semester, and it's going to be very interesting to see them recognized for all of that.
Yes, David, I am so excited to talk about our wrestling team as well as all of our other teams here at Campbellsville University. But before we do that, we are going to take a quick break, so stay tuned and we'll have more of Campbellsville University's 2023 Athletic Awards Night after this.
We'll be right back for more Athletic Awards Night on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to Campbellsville University's 2023 Athletic Awards Night. I am Victoria Cox.
And I'm David Leathers.
So David, the night is still young. We've heard from our president, Dr. Joe Hopkins, our vice president for development, but we are, like I said, the night is still young and we still have many, many more people to hear from.
Yes, we do. Speaking of which, Liam and Madison out on the red carpet with our red carpet coverage. Have another interview for you. Let's see what's happening out there.
Thank you very much, guys. Now we have another amazing duo joining us now. Thank you very much for joining us. Would you care to tell the people at home a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Campbellsville?
Sure. My name is Brooke-Ann Buckner. I'm a senior here at Campbellsville, and I'm on the dance team. I've been a team captain for 4 years, and going to be graduating this Saturday with a major in psychology and criminal justice, and then I'm going to be getting my master's degree in criminology here as well.
Wonderful.
Hi, my name is LaShawna Polite. I'm a senior here at Campbellsville. I'm graduating here in May, Saturday as well. I'm also a co-captain on the Campbellsville dance team, and I'm just planning on pursuing my master's also in social work and psychology, and I also minor in dance.
Okay, you guys mentioned that you are both captains and co-captains. How did that affect your senior season?
This year we really focus on making sure as we leave the team this year that we leave a huge impression and making sure the legacy is filled with love, passion for dance as well. And we're glad and sad that we have to leave, but we know that as we leave there's going to be even more upcoming movement, and we're just excited to see what's next.
Sounds like you're going to leave, as you said, a wonderful legacy behind. You graduate on Saturday. Best of luck for that. I hope you enjoy it. And what would you say your future goals are, like in the next couple of years and then going forward after that?
Next couple years, I'm going to be here the next 2 years in Campbellsville. I'm working for H&W Dukes, and I'm going to be getting the master's degree in criminology. And probably after that, I'm a double majoring in psychology and criminal justice as well, but I'm probably going the criminal justice route more so, looking into criminal investigations and possibly law. There's a bunch of avenues open. I'm interested in a bunch of things, so trying to narrow all that down, but it's all really exciting.
Good to hear. Sounds like you had a lot of work, but
yeah,
the work's only just starting.
Right.
I'd love to hear about your future plans, but I think we're sending it back in.
David and Victoria, back to you.
Thank you very much, Liam and Madison, for that fantastic interview with a few members of our Lady Tigers swim team.
So David, here with us we have our MC, or our Master of Ceremony, Miss Claudia Coffey, who is the host of Great Day Live with WHAS 11. Miss Coffey, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful. It's nice to see you all up here. Everybody looks wonderful, and it's just my pleasure to be a part of this event tonight. It truly honors the best of these athletes.
And I have to ask, what are you looking forward to the most of tonight's event?
Oh my goodness. Probably first off, the character awards for the athletes, right? Like I feel like you always have so many that are recognized for those standout moments. For me, it's seeing that big long list of that many athletes that are being recognized for something that's probably more important than what they do, on the field, to be a person of character, to be a person of integrity. I'm really looking forward to seeing each of them come up on the stage and be honored.
Now I have to ask, are you yourself an athlete?
No, I wish. I wish. You know what? I spoke to a couple of the athlete classes earlier today just about like some ideas about things that they can do after they graduate. And I told them, I'm like, full transparency, I was never an athlete, but I am. I'm so envious of what they do because I think the doors are wide open to athletes kind of out in the world. I think that they've done so much. We look at them as leaders, and I think they have a bright future as far as entrepreneurs and I don't know, sportscasters, newscasters like yourself. I think they have a bright future. So I missed my chance at college athletes.
And for our viewers at home who may not know, what all do you do at WHAS 11?
I host a Great Day Live, which is a lifestyle community show that's on 9 to 10 a.m. on WHAS 11. But before that, I think I've been in every role at WHAS. You all know that, right? So I think I've anchored every show in the station. They ask you, will you do the 11 o'clock on a Monday? Yes. We do the weekend. So I've done a little bit of everything at the station and have been there for a number of years.
So now let me ask you, us two are new journalists. What tips do you have for us starting out?
Oh, wow. So many. The folks behind the camera, this is your lifeline. The producer you hear in your ear. And I think what they're teaching you here at Campbellsville University is to value what that other person does is probably the most critical thing. And just to go out there, don't take no when you get a no for a job, but to keep going. But I think you all both have a wonderful foundation from being here.
Thank you so much for the interview, Miss Coffey. We're going to hand it back out to Liam and Madison on the red carpet.
Thank you very much, guys. Now, once again, we have a very special guest joining us on his way into the Power Athletics Centre. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Would you like to tell the people at home a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Campbellsville?
Yes, sir. My name is Ethan Gossage. I'm a graduating senior here with a major in pastoral ministries. I was part of the Fighting Tiger football team for the past 4 years as I started, all 4 years, and was a kind of a key guy on the offensive line there. So.
Now, you mentioned that you are studying pastoral ministries. How do you relate football and Christ in your life?
I mean, Christ is in every aspect of life when you really look at it, and football for me and even coming here, it's been a great opportunity just for me to minister to guys on the team and for me to grow as a Christian and my faith as I, battle with those guys every day. And, it's really been a huge lesson in my life.
Now, Ethan, you've won an award before the awards night even began. You won Mr. Campbellsville at the chapel yesterday.
Yes, sir, I did.
Besides that, you've had an illustrious 4 years here. What's been your highlight?
Man, there's a lot of stuff, man. I mean, it's definitely been, I think, there's too many to count, honestly. But I will say just being able just to, impact guys around me and just love on people, I mean, that's been the greatest joy I've had here, honestly.
And we managed to speak to your new coach, Jake Russell. Although you're going to be leaving him and not playing under him, you talk about impact. What impact can you see him having on the team?
Man, he's going to do something special here, man. I mean, just bringing in not only just a passion for the game, but also just a good Christ-loving heart, man. I mean, that's what we need on this team. That's what we've needed for years. And I think that, with him coming in and just being able to just transform not only, our record, but our culture just as a whole. So I'm really excited about it.
And go on, Madison.
Now, you guys have a spring game tomorrow. How excited are you to get to play one last time?
So I actually won't be playing. I'm retired, unfortunately, but I'm going to be there in the stands, getting to cheer on my guys, and this team's really special. I mean, some of those guys are my best friends, and so I really do wish the best for them tomorrow and next fall as well.
You spoke about Coach Russell changing the culture here. Now, you've been a major influence on the culture here in the last 4 years. What would you give? I'll rephrase that. What words of advice would you heed to the people coming in for next semester and the people going forward?
Man, football is temporary. God is forever. As much as I would have loved to, continue playing here, God kind of was calling me to ministry. And as many times as I've been able to play here, I've had 34 starts here at Campbellsville, and it all kind of went by really fast. And I think a lot of guys, when they come here, their identity is in football and who they are as an athlete, but you have to understand that it ends at some point. At some point you're going to play your last game as a Tiger and you're going to hang up your cleats forever. And so having that root in Christ and not in football, I think it's very key, very, very key.
So live in the present, but have that focus on the future.
Absolutely.
As well. Now, Ethan, thank you very much for joining us. We'll let you get back inside and enjoy your evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
David and Victoria, back to you.
Thank you very much, Liam and Madison, for that interview with this year's Mr. Tiger. And Victoria, we're getting close to the start of tonight's event.
Yes, David. So we have had our red carpet coverage going on for about the last 30 minutes, welcoming everybody in, have a beautiful backdrop and interviews ready if they're willing. So we are getting close to the end of that. As we heard from our MC earlier, Miss Claudia Coffey, she is going to actually be welcoming everybody in just a few minutes, and then we will get a very wonderful invocation from Dr. Benji Kelly, who we have also heard from today. And then everyone here is going to be released to eat, but everyone at home is not going to have to watch all of us eat. I would not put that on anyone. So we are actually going to have a slideshow playing, which is also here in the Powell Athletic Center, as you can see behind me. So it will be playing, but it is also going to have a countdown on it. So we are going to go ahead and send it to Miss Claudia Coffey at the stage.
We're going to go ahead and get started and begin with dinner. But if everybody can come on in and begin to take your seats. I know it's been such an exciting day, an afternoon celebrating all of our athletes and celebrating the families that are here to support them as well. I am so excited to welcome you all here. My name is Claudia Coffey, and I'm the host of Great Day Live in Louisville, Kentucky on WHAS 11. I have enjoyed for years coming to Campbellsville University. Jim Hardy's been kind enough to bring me here on multiple occasions to speak to classes and to athletes, and I always walk away going, wow, I'm so impressed. And I am, and I think it's just the joy of the community that you have here, the community of faith, and the way that you're supporting the students here, and we are here to celebrate you tonight. And also to say thank you to the parents and the friends that are here too, because you've done so much to rally around these young leaders. And so we're going to lift them up, and we're going to celebrate them and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'd love to introduce Dr. Benji Kelly right now. He's going to come up and have our invocation.
Thanks, Claudia. Couple of housekeeping rules. As soon as I finish praying, we're going to open up the buffet lines. You see our football servers over here. Guys, don't drop anything tonight, okay? We actually have the same menu on both lines, so you can use both sides, and then we'll start our program about 7:15. Let's pray. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for just the opportunity we have to serve you. Thank you for the chance to be here tonight, Father, just to celebrate our athletes and the success that they have had on the court, on the playing field, and Father, also in the classroom. And Lord, just thank you for what you're doing here at this university. Thank you for what you have done and what you're going to do in the future. And we pray that you just bless this food tonight to the nourishment of our bodies, and everything we'll do, we'll give you praise. For your Son's name we pray. Amen.
to the 2023 Campbellsville University Athletic Awards at the Powell Center. Hey, and Victoria, what are we looking at tonight for events and things going on?
Yes, David, so we are almost wrapping up our banquet portion. Everyone is slowly but surely finishing their meals, and we are so excited because the award ceremony is about to begin very, very soon. And David, I want to talk about a couple of those awards for just a minute. So we have our typical awards, Male Player of the Year, Female Player of the Year, and we are also recognizing our rookie members. So we have Newcomer Female Player of the Year, Newcomer Male Player of the Year. But what I want to touch on is our Champions of Character Award. So our Champions of Character Award is given out to students here at Campbellsville University who can go out and they can perform and they can give 110% on the court. But when they come off of the court, they don't turn it off. They don't stop. They are out giving 110% in their classes, in their volunteer work, in their community work, in however they are needed, because that is what it means to be a servant leader, and that's what Campbellsville University makes.
It really is, and if you look around campus, I've been noticing just the past few weeks, specifically once I learned about the award and realized what it was, that there are Lady Tigers athletes specifically from the basketball team who's nominated for that award this year out doing their part around the campus, helping out and doing the good work around campus. And it really is an impressive thing to see of people truly choosing self-improvement and improvement of their environment as well.
Yes, and David, now another team that I want to talk about is our men's wrestling team. So this year, our men's wrestling team won the Mid-South Conference Championship. This is the first time since 2016 that they have won that award. And because of that, they are up for Team Moment of the Year. That's one of the awards that we give out. They are one of 3 that are up for that. I can't say that I hope that they win it because I wish all of them could win it.
Yeah, and I completely get that. And again, that just shows what I was talking about earlier, what Dr. Benji Kelly referenced as well, of the continuous improvement of Campbellsville athletics. It truly is impressive that we'll set a record, and the next year we'll break our own record. It just does not stop.
Now, something else that also was mentioned earlier was the Campbellsville University athletics motto, which is, it's more than a game. David, how does that make you feel?
There's 2 sides to that, because at one time you can take it as I take my sport seriously. It's not just a game, it's a way of life. But at the same time at Campbellsville University, I think they really show that, yeah, we play well in sports, but we also want to live well. And so the values of the game, the values of the sport are carried over to real life. And that is something that I honestly think is very unique to Campbellsville University, is our capacity to make it clear that values, good sportsmanship, trying to do what you believe is right, that's more than a game at Campbellsville.
David, what would you say your favorite moment of the year has been?
Oh, gosh. I honestly, it's really tough because specifically our tennis team just did a very good match against Lindsey Wilson. They're going to the Kentucky Open in Lexington next week. There's been a lot of good tennis moments that I've seen. There's also been a lot of good, again, Lady Tigers basketball moments, because I interviewed during this semester one of the second-team All-American athletes, Courtney Pritchett, who fantastic athlete, and through that I learned a lot about the women's basketball program here, and I learned a lot of just about what makes them so successful and why they're such a good team. And honestly, if I had to choose one moment, I would choose the moment that I came to my first Lady Tigers basketball practice and understood that's why they're so good.
Now, David, we've talked a lot about over this season, but just in general, we talk a lot about the Lady Tiger basketball team. But I do want to touch on our men's basketball team. They had difficulty starting the season. It seemed like they just were on the wrong foot. They couldn't get in step with one another. But here at Campbellsville University, like we've said before, they got in that step. They got in that rhythm. And even though they didn't win the Mid-South Conference Championship, they are still A-plus players in my book, because they went out and they gave it their all. And they didn't stop.
They absolutely did. And now we're going to hand it off to a brief break, and we'll be back with the 2023 Campbellsville University Athletic Awards right after this.
We'll be right back for more Athletic Awards Night on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
And welcome back, Victoria. What else are we looking at tonight?
Yes, David. So we here tonight are, I'm so excited to be here, David. I'm so excited to see the awards being given out and everyone to be recognized. But tonight would not be possible with some very specific people and some very specific companies.
It certainly would not be. Our sponsors for Tiger Athletics do amazing things for the program, specifically our diamond level sponsors, which we're going to talk about right now. JCA Media, Gerald Printing, Hometown Pharmacy, Planet Fitness, and Best Western.
And then after that, we have our gold sponsors. That's going to be Saloma Baptist Church, John and Kathy Chowning, Peak AV Solutions, and Jim and Lori Hardy. And then last but certainly not least is our silver. That is going to be Larry Bowen with Edward Jones. A big thank you to all of those people who have made tonight possible. We would not be here without those sponsors, and Campbellsville University at Department of Athletics would not be here without them.
It's really true. Sponsors help Campbellsville University be able to change lives, be able to continue to say that it's more than a game, to be able to continually improve.
Yeah, so David, right behind us, as everyone can see, is the PAL Athletic Center, as we talked about before, completely transformed. I want to talk about the court behind us. So behind us, as I said earlier, is the Donna Wise court. Donna Wise was our very first out of two Lady Tiger basketball coaches. And she was so phenomenal that they named the court after her.
That's a pretty big claim to fame, I gotta say, honestly.
And you know, did you know, David, she won 600 games. She is the only woman in Kentucky who won 600 games.
And again, proving the value of that. It's not just the players that make these teams. The coaching staff is truly phenomenal here. And that's something else that's very interesting, is a constant improvement of that, because you look on our Tigers football team, we just got a brand new coach, Jacob Russell, who is a previous player for Campbellsville, fantastic athlete. They interviewed him outside earlier, and that shows, again, always stirring things up, always keeping things fresh. Most recently, a new defensive coordinator and a new secondary coach. I mean, the coaching staff here changes up constantly to keep everything smart, keep it fresh, and keep us winning, evidently.
Yeah, now, David, you mentioned football. I want to mention flag football. So flag football was just began this year at Campbellsville University, and they are having what I believe is a pretty good season.
From what I could tell, yes, I've seen the pictures of flag football are some of the most impressive I've seen. Like, it looks far more intense than I thought it was. It's a very interesting sport, honestly.
I wish I had known about it when they were doing sign-ups. So now, David, we have already completed this year. We are getting closer and closer to the end. But I want to talk about next year. What sport or team are you looking forward to next year during your senior year?
Honestly, I hate to keep going back to football, but I really am interested to see what they accomplish. This whole new coaching staff, this whole new defensive lineup, it's such an interesting thing to see change. But specifically, I believe the Tigers men's tennis, interestingly, they are a team you normally actually don't hear much about. But they've been making changes recently. They've had some switch-ups in their brackets, and I honestly think they're one of the teams to watch in the fall semester.
Yeah. I'm honestly a little bit bittersweet about not being here next semester. I've worked every single football game and basketball game, whether at home or away, since September of 2021.
Oh, my.
I can't do the math off the top of my head right now, but that's
a
lot of days,
That's
David.
a lot.
That's a lot of games. But I loved being able to watch them grow throughout the season, to watch them flourish. And even though I'm not going to be here, I am still so excited to see what's to come at Campbellsville University. And I am so excited for everyone at home to see what's to come here at the Athletic Awards Night. We will be right back after this quick break.
We'll be right back for more Athletic Awards Night on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
the black truck. Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
We are champions of character.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hello and welcome back to the 2023 Athletic Awards Night here at Campbellsville University. So David, we unfortunately did not get to hear from Mr. Rusty Hollingsworth, who is our Vice President for Athletics, but he has been here for over 20 years working with our athletics department, and he has been instrumental in many, many additions to Campbellsville University. Let me ask you, David, what's your favorite addition that you've seen over your time?
Honestly, gotta say, even though it's in its final stages of completion, we haven't seen the final project yet, the Bruce Heilman Welcome Center honestly looks like it's going to be fantastic, because that place is going to be the largest facility on campus. It's going to have classrooms, it's going to have a cafe, it's going to have a theater. I mean, it's unreal. The amount of things in that building is going to be incredible, and it's going to be a beautiful addition to campus as well, right across from Ransdale Chapel. What about you, though, Victoria?
Well, David, I do want to say, I heard that we're getting a second pool at the Heilman Center. I don't believe so, but I'm kind of hopeful.
I'm hopeful as well.
My personal favorite has been not necessarily an addition, but the Finley Stadium, where our Tiger football players play at, has been renovated, and the turf is completely different. The building is completely different. And me personally, as a mass communication student, I am thankful for it because the control room has been completely changed. It's been completely renovated. And so now we are able to show how great of a game that they are having.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's funny. Freshmen now in the broadcasting department, they have it much easier than we did. It was a 10-by-10 room up there with just the cameras on the edge. It was insane. All right, we're just about time for the awards ceremony tonight, and we're going to hand it back to the stage for our awards now, and Miss Claudia Coffey.
All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed dinner. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're excited to celebrate you all, but before we begin, I would love to bring up Dr. Joseph Hopkins, president of Campbellsville University, entering in his second year here. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hey, I want to say thank you to all of you. I do want to just give one little testimonial here. And it's a testimonial that I can only give this year because next year he'll be seated here and I won't be able to speak about him in this way. So I'm going to say a word about my son because my son tells a little bit of the story of CU athletics. We moved here last year, and my son and my wife moved here in the summer. They have been here now a total of 8 months. And during that 8 months' time, a lot has changed because when Vance moved up here, he was sure that he was going to go right back to Alabama. He had spent his entire life there. He had gone to one school his entire life. He came up here, and at his senior year, he got to know CU. He became a part of the CU community and athletics here. And my son loves being part of a team. And just loves that team atmosphere. And the way this place embraced him, began to change him. He met a community of leaders here, and he started telling me about these different people he was meeting and how they were leading and changing people. And he loved the way that CU valued athletics. Not just to value athletics as entertainment, but to value athletics for the way that it changed people. To value athletics for the way that it makes our community stronger. And he said the most telling thing of all was that through CU and the athletics that he found here, he began to find a way that he could use his passion for sports to help others. So Vance announced to us recently a real surprise. We had no idea this conversation was going on, and he and his coach started talking, and the coach invited him to come and be a part of Campbellsville University and to play on one of our teams. And he announced to us, he said, I'm going to come to Campbellsville University, not going back to Alabama. I'm going to stay right here in my new home. And we see in Vance that he's starting to find his calling, that thing we talk about, right? He's starting to find his calling because he has found here a way that he can use his passion for sports to help others. He's talking about sports medicine and exercise science. Shout out to the Human Performance Department. And what I see in him and what I see in you is the transformation of lives. And as I say that, I want to be real clear. I see lives being transformed. I see my son being transformed before he even gets here by the encounters that he has with the athletes sitting around these tables and by the encounters he has with the coaches sitting around these tables, the people who are already investing in his life before he's even a student. I see people whose lives are being transformed while they're here as students, as you grow into the leaders that you have become. And I can already see it, and the people sitting around the table with you can see it too. You're going to transform lives when you leave this place. You're going to make this world a better place. We're grateful for you. I'm proud to be a part of CU Athletics. Thank you, each of you that have been a part of tonight. And let's celebrate what's going on in this incredible place. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hopkins. All right, let's get started. So we want to take a moment to recognize some very important people that are part of this program. So if you can stand when you hear your group here, we want to send our love and thanks to you. Anyone on the volunteer board at Campbellsville University, please stand. All right, next is going to be a lot. How about student athletes? Go ahead and stand. Yeah. Parents of student athletes, big thank you to you. And if our head coaches can stand, please. Woo. Would all the student athletes who were chosen as the champion of character representative from their team please come forward to receive your award? And as they are coming I know. As they step forward, I want to recognize the sponsors this evening. Diamond sponsors, JCA Media, Hometown Pharmacy, Planet Fitness, Best Western, Gerald Printing. At our gold level, Jim and Lori Hardy,
John and Kathy Chowning, Saloma Baptist Church, and Peak AV Solutions. And on our silver level, One Cross Medical Clinic and Edward Jones, Larry Bowen. Thank you for your support of Tiger Athletics and over 900 student athletes representing 32 teams this year. Athletic Director Jim Hardy is here with us to help present these awards. So one of the highest honors for student athletes at Campbellsville University is to be recognized by their coach as a champion of character. These student athletes exemplify the 5 core principles of respect, sportsmanship, servant leadership, responsibility, and integrity. The evidence of these attributes has helped them represent their respective teams and CU with dignity. All right, first up in archery, Brianna Miles. Mason Lee in baseball could not be with us, but we'd love to recognize him and give him a round of applause. In bass fishing, Dustin Bauer. Men's basketball, Chandler Clements. Women's basketball, Bailey Pedigo. Men's bowling, Noah Martis. Women's bowling, Peyton Pollard. Cheerleading, Caitlin Gover. Men's cross country and men's track and field, Samuel Bennett. Women's cross country, Marlena Sipes. Dance, Aaliyah Tao. Esports, Alexandra Roten. Flag football, Maddie Hurley. Football, Devin Neely. Men's golf, Seth Bowl. Women's golf, Briley Carter. In kayak bass fishing, Cody Sissel could not be with us tonight, but a round of applause. And also in men's soccer, Elvis Naoki Azara also could not be here, but congratulations. Women's soccer, Natalie Wolf. In softball, Allison Bush could not be here tonight, but let's recognize her. Men's swimming, Llewellyn Crew Brown. Women's swimming, Sarah Wortham. Men's tennis, Nathan McCreary. Women's tennis, Oriana Espinoza. Women's track and field, Alexia Boyd. Men's volleyball, Jovian Banks. Women's volleyball, Molly Shannon. Men's wrestling, Cameron Henderson. Women's wrestling, Angela Vitariti. All right, let's do a round of applause for everybody. I think it's such an important award, such a great recognition. Our first award of the night is to honor those that have excelled in their first year of competition for Campbellsville University. So, the Male Newcomer of the Year nominees are Cameron Hamby with track and field, Shadrick Sloan with wrestling, and Jacafong Ratanawa Iram with esports. Our 2023 Big Maroon Club Male Newcomer of the Year is Cameron Hambry. Next up, our Female Newcomer of the Year. The nominees are Oriana Espinoza in tennis, Mackenzie McGee in archery, and Rirei Sasaki in softball. Your 2023 Female Newcomer of the Year is Rirei Sasaki. Here to present the award for the Alumni Association Scholar Athletes of the Year is Ms. Michaela Jarman. So we have 3 tremendous nominees for Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. All have succeeded both in the classroom and within their respective sports. So to be eligible, these student athletes have to hold a GPA of 3.5 or higher and be at least an academic junior. The nominees are Belle Crawford with cheer and golf, Lauren Lee with basketball, and Lexi Miller with softball. Your 2023 Female Scholar Athlete of the Year is Lauren Lee. Next, your Male Scholar Athlete of the Year. The nominees are Landon Connor with golf. Sebastian Escobar with swimming. And Bryce Parks with wrestling. Your 2023 Male Scholar Athlete of the Year is Sebastian Escobar. Here to present the award for the Peak AV Solutions Individual Moment of the Year is Mr. Alex Peak. Come on up. So the Tigers have a lot of great moments over the last year. So the following are the 3 individual achievements that were the brightest and the biggest. The nominees for the 2023 Peak AV Solutions Individual Moment of the Year are Devin Neely and his 50-yard field goal on homecoming. Agatha Nimene and her hat trick in the Lady Tigers' 6-4 overtime win in the 2022 Mid-South Conference Tournament over the undefeated Cumberland Patriots. And Riley Hurst walk-off home run to advance to the 2022 Mid-South Conference Tournament semifinals. Your 2023 Peak AV Solutions Individual Moment of the Year goes to Agatha Nimene. I'm going to have Athletic Director Jim Hardy join us back on stage to help present this award. So Campbellsville University Athletics prides itself in that motto, more than a game, right? And the big initiative. The university is committed to Christian higher education, and Campbellsville uses the vehicle of athletics to start, build, and grow the faith of student athletes, coaches, and staff. Campbellsville also serves throughout the community, the state, the county, even internationally. We have 3 teams up for the 2023 Saloma Baptist Church Team Servant Leadership Award tonight for their amazing services over the past year. So the nominees are swimming, women's basketball, and baseball. Your 2023 Saloma Baptist Church Team Servant Leadership Award goes to the Tigers of Campbellsville Baseball. Here to present the award for the Gerald Printing Mr. and Ms. Tiger Award is Mr. Chris Houchins. So the Mr. and Ms. Tiger Award seeks to acknowledge individual Campbellsville Tigers who embody the Christian ideals of Campbellsville University, both in and outside of athletics. Their example, their work ethic, and their dedication extends from the locker room to the classroom to well out into the community. This year, your nominees for the 2023 Gerald Printing Mr. Tiger Award are Cam Henderson with wrestling, Sam Bennett with cross country and track and field, and Francisco Felipe Cogar Montenegro with archery. Your 2023 Gerald Printing Mr. Tiger is Cam Henderson. For the 2023 Gerald Printing Miss Tiger Award, your nominees are Emma Steff with cross country and track and field, Courtney Pritchard with basketball, and Kenya Sloan with wrestling. Your 2023 Gerald Printing Miss Tiger is Courtney Pritchard. So our next award is one of unparalleled gratitude from those of Campbellsville University and the Campbellsville community as a whole. Here to present the Hometown Pharmacy Alumni Community Member of the Year is Mrs. Malaya Malloy and Mrs. Nelda Eads. The 2023 Hometown Pharmacy Alumni Community Member Award seeks to honor the local businesses and community leaders who tirelessly contribute to athletics through their time, through their effort, and their donations. Up for this award this year are Justy Engel, Paul and Jan Hurt, and Larry Bowen. Your 2023 Hometown Pharmacy Alumni Community Member Award goes to Justy Engel. Now we have the 2023 Don Bishop Overall Champion of Character Award. Now this award carries with it a lot of history and purpose. Mr. Bishop served Campbellsville University as Director of Athletics from 1968 until his retirement in 1997 and was instrumental in starting soccer, swimming, and diving for both men and women at Campbellsville. He also oversaw the reinstatement of football at Campbellsville following a 50-year absence, in addition to the reinstatement of cross country. Mr. Bishop and his wife, June, were both exemplary and just noted for being kind-hearted, passionate, and dedicated in their mindset towards Campbellsville. Your nominees this year are Bailey Pettigo with basketball, Nathan McQuarrie with tennis, and Noah Martis with bowling. The winner of the 2023 Don Bishop Overall Champion of Character Award is Bailey Pettigo. So tonight, this room is filled undeniably with some truly amazing coaches, right? Many were nominated for Coach of the Year, and rightfully so. The final three nominees now for 2023 Coach of the Year Award Peyton Johnston with women's volleyball. Ginger High Colvin with women's basketball. And Alex Adams with women's soccer. All right, your 2023 Coach of the Year is Alex Adams. Mr. Alex Peak is going to join us back on stage to present this next award. So a little bit earlier, after recognizing the individual moment of the year, we're now going to honor the 2023 Team Moment of the Year. Your nominees are women's soccer in their 2022 Mid-South Conference Tournament Championship, women's tennis at their 2022 NCCAA National Championship, and men's wrestling in their 2023 Mid-South Conference Tournament Championship. The winner of the 2023 Peak AV Solutions Team Moment of the Year, women's soccer in their first ever MSC Tournament Championship. Our final award tonight is the 2023 Planet Fitness Male and Female Athletes of the Year. So these are the individuals that excel at their sports and were instrumental to their team's overall success. Now, your nominees for the 2023 Male Athlete of the Year are Sebastian Escobar with swimming, Cameron Hamby with track and field, and Bryce Parks with wrestling. Your 2023 Planet Fitness Male Athlete of the Year is the 2022 MSC Freshman of the Year and All-American, Cameron Hamby. To close our ceremonies now, the 2023 Female Athlete of the Year nominees. Paige Merrick with volleyball. Caitlin Wilkes with basketball. Kenya Sloan with wrestling. Your 2023 Planet Fitness Female Athlete of the Year is the 2022 NAIA National Champion and All-American, Kenya Sloan.
Well, it certainly has been a great night. If you would, join me in saying thank you to Miss Claudia Coffey for being our MC. I want to say thank you to each of you for being here tonight, our student athletes, your parents and families that are here, those that are watching by web stream tonight. Thank you for joining us as well. I need to say thank you to several folks, and there's always a danger, and I know when you do that, you may forget someone. Jason England, our director of our Big Maroon Club, for putting this night together. We want to say thank you to Jason. To our sports information office for all the videos and things that we have seen tonight. The More Than a Game Committee, who meets on a regular basis to plan activities like this. Kelly Vaughn from the President's Office has helped us with a lot of the decorations and the stage and a lot of things. Kelly's always willing to jump in and help, and we're very grateful. Did you enjoy your dinner tonight? Let's say thank you to Pioneer College caterers and our football team for serving tonight. I want to say congratulations to each of you nominees tonight. Your success makes us all very proud. It makes us proud to be CU Tigers. And I want to say congratulations to each of you. Now to our seniors, and I've done this each year we've had this event. To our seniors, you have practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. You played your games. You've gone to class. You've won games and you've lost games. And soon you will walk across this stage and shake Dr. Hopkins' hand and receive your diploma. And for that, we are very, very proud of you. Let me give you some encouragement. Do these 3 things. Number 1, follow your dreams. Chase your dream. Whatever your dream is, chase it. Follow your dream. Second, fulfill the calling that God has placed in your life. That's our theme here, find your calling. We hope and pray that you have done that during your years at Campbellsville University. Fulfill your calling. And third and final, fondly remember your days here at CU. Be proud that you were a Tiger or a Lady Tiger. Fondly remember these days. The van rides late at night after a game, meals in the cafeteria with your teammates, nights spent in the residence halls with all of those folks that you live with. Remember these days and remember them fondly. Go out and do great things. Go out and do great things. Bless you each for being here tonight. We're going to close tonight with a video.
And I'm David Leathers.
A big congratulations to all of our award winners tonight. As you can see, they are all behind us. We have just finished up the night. We are now wrapping up the night. A big congratulations to all of our winners. David, what was your favorite moment of tonight?
Gotta say, my favorite moment was overall moment of the year being won by the ladies soccer team. That was, I called it, gotta say, I called it, and it was just as awesome as I thought it was going to be. What about you?
So David, we actually, I want to point out my favorite moment is when we are able to celebrate people who are student athletes and a part of our department, the mass communication department. And our Cameron Henderson, a part of the men's wrestling team, won 2 awards tonight. So he is Mr. Tiger, and he is the champion of character for men's wrestling. So it's so great for me to be able to go out and see him as a senior with me to celebrate him as well.
Absolutely it is. It's so incredible to see people you know succeeding. A few thank yous I want to give before we close out, though. First of all, to our sponsors, starting with our diamond level sponsors at JCA Media, Gerald Printing, Hometown Pharmacy, Planet Fitness, and Best Western.
And then we also have our gold sponsors. That's going to be Saloma Baptist Church, John and Kathy Chowning, Peak AV Solutions, and Jim and Lori Hardy. And then last, but certainly not least, is our silver, which is Larry Bowman with Edward Jones. A big thank you to all of those people and all of our sponsors who may not even have been named, who made tonight and the Department of Athletics at Campbellsville University possible.
Couldn't do it without them. I'd also like to give a big shout out to the lights, camera, and action that made all this possible. The fantastic crew working behind the scenes, from our deruser to the projector to the camera ops. Fantastic job. And also, Victoria, as you mentioned earlier, you're going to be graduating. This is our last event worked together, and I will say it has been truly a privilege.
Yes, David, thank you so much for being here to co-host with me. I am so excited to be here, and I am so sad to be leaving, but I'm looking forward to what is going to happen at Campbellsville University next year, and I hope everyone at home is as well. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This has been your coverage of the 2023 Campbellsville University Athletic Awards Night.
Thank you for joining us for the 2023 Campbellsville University Athletic Awards Night on the CU Sports Network.